It was supposed to be just another quiet afternoon. The birds chirped lazily, the sun filtered through golden leaves, and joggers passed with music in their ears. No one noticed her. No one ever did. Until he did. A single scream, shaky, soft, full of fear, cut through the serenity of Brookside Park. And that's where everything changed. Maya was 23, newly graduated, and trying to keep her balance in a world that didn't seem to care. She had moved to the city 6 months ago to find a job, but the job didn't come. Rent did. Expectations did. Exhaustion came like clockwork. So, she started spending afternoons in the park, pretending she was busy, reading old books, doodling in her notebook, sometimes just staring into space, trying to keep her loneliness from swallowing her whole. And then he started showing up. At first, it was just glances. Then words. Then comments she didn't ask for. Then questions that weren't really questions. The man was older, persistent, and something about his presence made her freeze every time. She tried to ignore it. She told herself it wasn't that serious. But that afternoon, when he grabbed her wrist as she tried to leave, her stomach turned, and her heart started pounding like war drums. She whispered, "Let go," and her voice broke. No one noticed. No one moved. Except one person. A few feet away, 35-year-old Daniel was watching his 7-year-old son, Liam, race after a soccer ball. Daniel had only a few days off from work each month, and this was one of them. His entire world now revolved around Liam. Since his wife passed away 4 years ago, he had learned to live in constant motion, work, parenting, survival. He was tying Liam's shoelace when he heard it. That faint, broken, "let go." It was a sound you couldn't ignore, not if you knew what fear sounded like. Daniel stood up fast, heart racing. He didn't think. He reacted. He approached calmly, but firmly. "Is there a problem here?" he asked, looking the man straight in the eyes. Maya looked at Daniel like he was a lifeboat. "I just want to leave," she said. Daniel stepped between them, shoulders squared. "Then she's leaving. Now." The man laughed under his breath but backed off with a sneer. "Whatever. Don't flatter yourself," he mumbled, and walked away. Maya stood frozen for a second, until the tension snapped, and tears filled her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered, barely able to speak. Daniel nodded. "Are you okay? Do you want me to call someone?" She shook her head, wiping tears off her cheeks with trembling fingers. "No. I didn't think anyone would say anything." Liam ran back to them, holding his soccer ball and looking up at Maya with innocent curiosity. "Daddy, who's that?" Daniel hesitated, but Maya knelt and smiled at the boy. "I'm Maya. Your dad just saved me." Liam grinned. "He does that. He's kind of a superhero." And in that moment, something shifted. Not just gratitude, but connection. Daniel offered to walk Maya home. She declined politely, but he handed her a card. "Just in case. I fix things for a living, plumbing, electric, small repairs. If you ever need help, even just to talk, I'm around." She didn't plan on calling. But 3 days later, when her apartment sink exploded, she had no choice. That's how it began. Daniel came to fix the sink, but they ended up talking for hours. She told him about her struggle to find work, how she missed her mom back in her hometown, how she felt like she was falling behind everyone else. Daniel didn't judge. He understood that feeling, being overwhelmed, unseen. And he told her about losing his wife to cancer, about the nights Liam cried and he didn't know how to comfort him, about feeling like he had to be 2 people at once. 1 visit became 2. 2 became 5. Before long, Maya was joining Daniel and Liam for park days, game nights, even helping Liam with schoolwork. She brought color into their quiet home, drew chalk on the driveway with Liam, cooked dinners Daniel never had time to make. And Daniel helped her too. He reviewed her resume, connected her with a client whose office needed a junior assistant. Within a month, Maya had a part-time job. Within 2 months, full-time. Their bond was gentle. No one rushed. It was Liam who said it first. "Are you gonna be my new mommy?" Maya had tears in her eyes. "Only if you want me to be." He wrapped his arms around her. "I already do. The past doesn't disappear, but it becomes part of your story, just not the whole story." Maya grew stronger. She stopped looking over her shoulder. The man who once made her feel powerless never returned. And if he had, she knew she was no longer alone. Daniel found someone who saw him, not just as a father, but as a man trying his best. And Liam found the warmth of a mother's love again, soft, nurturing, safe. One afternoon, as they all sat on a blanket in Brookside Park, Maya turned to Daniel. "I used to come here to hide. To disappear." Daniel looked at her, smiling. "Now you come to live. Because one act of courage, one moment of kindness, can change a life forever. And sometimes, it saves more than just one."